Sally, are you on your way back home yet? I can come and pick you up in the car if you need a lift.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna stay here a little while longer.
But it's getting late. I'm worried about you. How about you wrap things up soon?
I'm not a kid, William. Let me stay out and have fun with my friends. Even high school kids studying at night school stay out this late. I hardly think you have anything to worry about. Don't you think you're being a little dramatic?
But you're pregnant, Sally. You've been getting awful morning sickness lately, and sometimes you feel so rough you can barely move. I don't see why you should be taking unnecessary risks. Why not just take it easy till after the baby's born?
But I am taking it easy.
You said last time you were out with your buddies and ended up spending the whole next day in bed.
Well, I feel fine today, so that won't happen this time.
I see.
Besides, we're into the stable period now. I wasn't used to being pregnant back then, but now I know my limits. Stop worrying and take a chill pill, okay?
You might be in the stable period, but you'll be 8 months pregnant soon. You're the one who's constantly saying that you don't feel well, right?
Sure, I feel a little rough from time to time, but I haven't ballooned up like some girls do. My bump is small, and I think as pregnancies go, mine is on the more manageable side. My girlfriends who have kids say I'm breezing it compared to how it was for them. Anyway, one of my friends said she'd drive me home when we're done, so I don't need you to come get me.
If you say you're fine, I won't say anything more on the matter. But I do wish you'd rest up at home. Are you sure the reason you keep feeling bad doesn't have something to do with you going out with your friends again the instant you feel better?
What do you expect? My free time is going to disappear entirely the moment this kid is born. I have to make the most of what I have now.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a given when you have kids. But it's not like you'll be doing everything on your own. I'll always be here to help you out with the housework and diapers. I promise I'll make sure you still have time for yourself. I just want to make sure you take more care in looking after your body, that's all.
And like I told you, I'm absolutely fine, and I don't need you worrying about me every 5 seconds. Stop trying to control my every move by barking orders at me all the time. I'm anxious and stressed enough as it is with being pregnant. The last thing I need is you on my case like an overprotective mother. Just let me do what I want and leave me alone.
Jesus, Sally, I'm just worried, that's all.
Yeah? Well, it makes me cringe, and I'm sick and tired of it. It's precisely because you're this freaking annoying that we've been sleeping in separate bedrooms for months. If you carry on acting like this, I'm sure to end up with postnatal depression. Before long, I'll be faced with the biggest challenge of my life, bringing a little boy into the world. But for some reason, you think you get to boss me around and treat me like your own personal slave just because I'm pregnant?
I'm sorry.
I assure you, I am taking it easy, so just relax, okay? Don't you trust me?
It's not that I don't trust you. I do. It's just that being pregnant is a big thing. You never know what might happen, and we have the baby to think about now.
Well, I'm the one who's pregnant, not you, and I'm telling you for the millionth time that I'm absolutely fine.
Fine, I get it. But I hope you really are taking it easy. Please don't overdo it, babe. If anything happens, you can message me whenever you need to. Day or night, rain or shine, I'll drop whatever I'm doing and be out there in a heartbeat.
Yep, got it. All right, I'll be home in a few hours. Can you clean the bath for me before I get back?
Sure thing. Be careful on the way home. How are you feeling, Sally?
Not great. I think I'll be spending today in bed.
I see. Do you think you'll be able to manage any supper? If there's anything you want, just let me know, and I'll shoot out to PepSmart to get it.
Well, I've really been craving hamburgers lately. Oh, and could you pick up some watermelon while you're at it? I want something cold and refreshing.
Are you sure hamburgers are a good idea while you're pregnant? Isn't the advice that you should keep it light? I'm not sure all that fat grease is a good idea, especially if you're not feeling so great.
Geez, William, there's no harm in eating something a little naughty every now and then. Do you want me to go insane? How about you let me enjoy something for once? There's only so much grilled chicken and broccoli a girl can take.
All right, fine. Hamburgers and a watermelon it is. I'll head out now.
Yeah, you do that.
You seem to be ill an awful lot lately. Did they say anything at your last checkup?
Nope, apparently everything came back fine.
I see. Oh yeah, you'll be heading back to your mom and dad's place next week, right? Will you be able to fly?
What choice do I have? I can't go home if I don't get on the plane, doofus. Oh wait, is this where you start going off at me again about why I need to have the baby here and not at my parents' place? This has already been decided, William. How many times do we have to go over it? I'm having the baby at my mom and dad's house, and that's final.
Geez, Sally, I know. I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. I was just worried about whether you'd be okay to fly with how under the weather you've constantly seemed to be lately. Of course, I'd love to see my boy as soon as he's born, though.
I'll send a picture.
And videos, too.
Yes, fine. How many times do we have to have the same goddamn discussion?
Whoa. Would you calm down? There really isn't any need to get defensive. I'm not attacking you, you know? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Did you go out yesterday? Dave, my coworker, said he saw someone who looked like you.
No, I felt like crap yesterday too, so I was in bed all day. Like hell, I'd be crazy enough to leave the house feeling like that.
Right. All right. Just a lookalike then.
Obviously, moron. I feel so bad I can't even do the housework. Do you seriously think I'm in any fit state to go out? Oh, and can you get the laundry done when you get home? It's piling up like crazy.
Laundry? Got it.
I'm sorry for leaving you to do all the housework like this.
You're pregnant. It's hardly your fault you feel like crap. I really don't mind. The only thing that matters to me is that you take good care of yourself and that baby boy in your belly.
Thank you, William. I'm so lucky to have such a kind husband. I'm grateful for you.
Sally, how's it going? You don't feel under the weather again, do you?
Nope, I feel great today. Why? What's wrong?
You haven't messaged me at all since you went back to your folks' place.
Sorry, I haven't really been checking my phone much since I got home. Besides, I'm as pregnant gets and as sleepy as a sloth. To be honest, I'm kind of enjoying being spoiled by my mom and dad.
I knew they'd take good care of you.
Yep, I'm well and truly letting my hair down here.
That's great, babe. I'm pleased to hear it. I was thinking of heading down there on the day of the birth.
Huh? What? Why? Why would you do that?
'Cause I want to be there for the birth of my little boy, of course.
You don't have to do that. I'd rather you didn't see me after giving birth.
All right. So I won't literally be standing watching as you give birth, but I would still like to see my son. How about I go out or wait in another room?
But there's no guarantee I'll actually give birth on the planned day. You don't have to go out of your way to fly all the way down here. If you're going to take some time off work, then do it when I come home instead. I'd feel a lot more at ease that way.
But in any case, I'll be heading down after the birth anyway. So why not make it early?
Because I want to focus on the birth now and don't need you interfering with that. Even if you did come early, I wouldn't be able to spend any time with you.
You don't have to.
No, you're not coming. You just inconvenience us.
Inconvenience? I'm your husband and the father of our son, Sally. Why do you speak to me like that?
Oh my God, William, why are you like this? Speaking to you is so tiring and stressful. Are you trying to make me miscarry? Quit pestering me. I don't want to hear from you again until after the birth. Leave me alone to have my pregnancy in peace. My hormones are all over the place and I'm very temperamental. I'm crazy irritable and I flip out at the most trivial things. Why would you even want anything to do with me when I'm like this?
Fine. Message received loud and clear. All right. I'll head down after the birth.
Sorry for being so selfish. I promise, I'll message you after our son's been born.
Sally, I need an explanation. It's already been a month since the birth. You still haven't come home from your parents' place. I still haven't met my son. You need to tell me what's going on. I'm totally in the dark here.
I don't want to see you.
What? You don't want to see me? But why not? You threaten me with divorce if I have the nerve to show up at your folks' house because I want to see my son? I have no idea what's going on, and nothing you're doing makes any sense. I tried messaging your mom, but she flat out refused to discuss anything to do with you.
Sorry. I guess I just wasn't ready to do what I had to do.
What you had to do? What does that mean?
Can we break up?
Huh? Why?
Because I'm not worthy of being your wife.
Why not? What's that supposed to mean? I need an explanation here, Sally. None of this makes any sense.
The birth, I failed. Our baby is dead.
Huh?
I'm so sorry I couldn't tell you. I was so shocked. I couldn't even bring myself to accept it, let alone tell you. I did nothing but cry all day, every day. I'm not fit to be with you anymore, and I don't deserve to be your wife.
I see. That sucks. Oh well, you tried. That must have been a real pain in the butt, huh?
What the hell? What's so funny? The birth was a failure? You know what that means, don't you? This isn't the time to be screwing around, you jerk.
But there was never a baby, was there?
Huh?
You were never pregnant. It was all a lie from the beginning, right? Is this how desperate you were to go out with your friend?
What are you talking about?
I know everything, so you can cut the crap already. I know all about your affair.
I don't know what you mean. I'm at my mom and dad's house right now.
No, you're not. I did some digging. I've known that's not really where you are for ages now.
What?
You're not with your parents. You're at your lover's house. I've known since before you left. Remember back when I said my coworker Dave said he saw you out that time? Well, it played on my mind ever since. I tried to forget about it, but he was so adamant about it that it was you, and I just couldn't put my mind to rest. So I decided to hire a private investigator to find out the truth.
No way.
Yes way.
So why did you wait all this time to tell me?
Because it took me a while to come to terms with the fact that my wife was cheating on me. Not to mention the shock of finding out that you lied about being pregnant to cover it up. I've been doing a lot of thinking about what the hell would possess the woman I thought I knew and loved to do something like that. But I don't need to think about it anymore, and I'm fully prepared to do what I have to do.
Is that why you suddenly announced you were going to show up to be there before the birth?
Yup. I wanted to see how you'd react. There was still a part of me that wanted to believe in you back then.
No, William, you're wrong. I did this for a reason.
A reason? You mean you wanted to get piped by your lover boy behind my back? You knew that if you said you were pregnant, you could get out of doing the housework and you'd be free to meet him whenever you wanted. You had this all planned out with your lover, didn't you? Your end game was to divorce me and take half of my assets, right?
What?
I wanted to know why you were so emotionally unavailable and weirdly evasive all the time. Even after I found out about the affair, I wanted to know more. Because I figured if it was just an affair you wanted, there would have been less complicated, less insane, less morally corrupt ways of going about it. I had the private investigator look into you both even further. And before long, I found myself in possession of chat logs of the most absurdly sinister conversations I've ever seen. It was at that moment that I knew what I had to do.
I'm so sorry. To tell you the truth, I wanted to break up with you way earlier. But Max, my boyfriend, suggested things would go a lot more smoothly if I pretended to be pregnant instead.
So naturally, you decided to blindly accept whatever he told you and participated in one of the sickest and most morally abhorrent asset grabs in the history of human race. Tell me, Sally, how did all that make you feel?
It was awful.
Right. I can't believe you actually went as far as finding pictures of other women's ultrasounds online to trick me. You rearranged the furniture in your boyfriend's bedroom to make it look like the room you'd be giving birth in at your parents' house too, huh? Was it worth it? Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Did you go on vacation with Loverboy with the money that I gave you to keep you going while we were apart for the birth? Did you at least have a good time?
I'm so sorry. I've been such a fool. I should have never lied. I should have just been open with you from the beginning.
You told your parents you had to escape because I was physically abusing you, didn't you? They offered me a groveling apology when I sent them the proof of your affair.
What? My parents know.
Yeah, of course they do, 'cause I told them.
But they haven't said anything to me.
That's because I asked them not to mention it until I let them know I was done talking to you.
Oh my God.
I guess after faking a pregnancy, I shouldn't be surprised that you wouldn't hesitate to involve your innocent parents in your sick, twisted web of lies. But you must be a special kind of moron to think your boyfriend genius suggestion was ever going to lend anything other than you getting found out.
But William, I've never liked anyone as much as I like him. I lose my head when he's involved. We may have met through an app, but I can tell he's serious about me. He said we could get married if I divorced you.
He's only after your money.
No way, he's not like that. He's not.
You're not the only woman he's seeing. I'm pretty sure the only reason he suggested you to fake the pregnancy was to drag this thing out and leech as much money off me as humanly possible.
Don't make comments on things you don't understand. You don't know my Max.
The only one who doesn't understand is you. Think about it. If it had been down to you, you would have broken up with me right away, right? Who was it that opposed you and insisted we stay together?
He was only thinking of my best interest. He didn't want me to end up in a bad situation, that's all.
If that was true, would your life be in the huge mess it is now? Tell me, Sally, has he ever asked you for money?
Well, yes, but it was only to help him out. I lent him a little because he said he was in trouble.
So you don't know about the debt?
The debt?
He has a long track record of taking out loans from several loan sharks of varying trustworthiness.
He never told me about that. I know you're just telling lies to try to make me break up with him because you're jealous. It's not gonna work.
What reason would I have to lie about anything? I'm agreeing to the divorce just like you wanted me to. I couldn't care less whether you guys break up or stay together. That said, you will both be paying me every cent of the compensation you're gonna owe me.
Actually, Max didn't come home yesterday. He normally replies to my messages instantly, but his phone switched off now. William, do you know anything about this?
He might be at the police station.
What?
There are currently 7 women filing charges against him for fraud. And I, being a good, honest citizen, may or may not have informed the local authorities as to his whereabouts.
Wait, what the hell? Oh my God, has this all just been one big lie all along? So he really was seeing other women? He really was just after me for my money?
That's what I said, isn't it? Even the house you guys have been living at doesn't belong to him. It's one of his other victims' names on the deed.
I'm so sorry. I'll come home immediately.
Where to?
Our house.
We don't have a house anymore.
What?
I told you, didn't I? That I was ready to do what I had to do. I moved ages ago. And I never want to see your face again. And having you burst into tears and beg for my forgiveness would just be annoying.
What about my things?
I sent them to your parents' place. Your mom and dad were fine with it. You can message them and arrange to collect it yourself.
William, I really am sorry. I can't believe what an idiot I've been.
It's too late to realize that now.
Please, I'll do anything. Please, won't you just help me out? Even if it's just for a little while I get back on my feet? I can't message my mom and dad now. Not after they found out what I did. They'll give up on me, I just know it.
Well, you did lie about being pregnant to cheat on me. Who can blame them? Why would I help you after what you did to me? I'd have to be nuts to even consider it.
No, I'm a victim in all this too. You just said yourself how he deceived me.
But you told me you never liked anyone as much as this guy. Surely your feelings have to count for something. How about you have faith in him and wait to see if he comes back? He's not the kind of man to lie to you, right?
But if what you told me is true, waiting wouldn't make a difference. I'm begging you. Please just help me for a little while.
Don't screw me around. I was over the moon when you told me you were pregnant. I did a bunch of research on pregnancy and childbirth, bought a bunch of books about childcare, and worked twice as hard as I ever had at the office to make sure you guys had everything you ever needed. But even though I was busy at work, I still found time to do all the housework to make sure you never had to lift a finger because I trusted you.
I'm so sorry.
As if that wasn't enough for you, next you lied about having a miscarriage. You're the most vile, despicable human being I've ever met.
No, you're wrong. That was all his idea. I tried to tell him it was wrong, but he wouldn't listen. I wanted to tell you, I swear.
But in the end, you still did as he told you.
William, I'm so sorry. I'll do whatever it takes to make up for this. Please, let me stay by your side.
I thought you found talking to me irritating and cringeworthy. You had no intentions of ever coming home if things with Scammer Boy went well. If you mean it when you say you'll do whatever it takes to make up for the crap you pulled, then never come near me again. You can have your divorce. Aren't you happy? You got exactly what you wanted. I soon realized during the discussion for the divorce proceedings that banging my head against a brick wall would have more productive than talking to my wife. So I decided to call her parents and have them be present for talks. Sally was like a different person when her parents arrived, suddenly seemingly barely even able to speak. And within 5 minutes of their arrival, she signed the divorce papers. She even agreed to pay the compensation. She ended up paying the half of my assets she got during the divorce back in compensation. So when all was said and done, she didn't have a single cent to show for any of her efforts. Then, to add insult to injury for my wayward ex-wife, her parents disowned her, just like she feared they would. In the end, she was left isolated and alone, without a soul in the world to rely on. Having no other options, she did wait for a while in the hopes that her lover would come back to her. But she soon realized that too was futile when she got word he'd been sentenced to 5 years in jail. A month later, Sally got evicted from his house due to him no longer paying the rent on it. It was probably at that moment that the harsh, brutal reality of her situation set in. What goes around comes around, folks. As for me, after moving the house and finally getting done with the divorce and putting my ex-wife behind me once and for all, I finally regained my happiness and peace of mind. I still find myself getting a little riled up when I think about what she did, and even now, but it sure beats the hell that I was living through. I want to forget my ex-wife as soon as I possibly can, for the good of my own health. The biggest revenge I could possibly take on her is to lead a life of happiness and joy and abundance. A broken heart doesn't heal overnight, but I'm confident it will one day. And in the meantime, I intend to take the bull by the horns and lead life with hope and optimism for the future.